Okay, I have one more game to share with you inside of our LIFTOFF program, and that is the 3 circles of control, or to say it another way, the 3 spheres of control. So one of the things that I think is super important when you sit in the nutrition counseling role is that you don't enable or do pity parties for your clients. So if you've been in the business long enough, you will know that you have those clients that just come in and they want to complain. And definitely there is a place for venting, there's a place to be heard, there's a place to feel supported. But if you just allow the client to feel sorry for themselves, ooh, poor me, what we don't want to do in our role as a coach and a behavior change facilitator is to let the person basically have a victim mindset where they blame their circumstances, they blame the people they live with, everything is everyone else's fault. We want to help them find the areas in their life where they have full control and they can be agents of change in their own behavior. So this particular game, I relate back to basketball. And here's why. Is I've color-coded the 3 different circles, green for total control, orange or yellow for some control, and then red for no control. So what are going to be obvious things that are red? Well, I can't control what the weather's going to do. No matter how much I pray or wish or hope or do a rain dance, I am not going to change what's happening outside unless I physically get up and move to another part of the world where the weather's a little bit different. Sadly, I don't think I'm really going to change the size of my feet. They genetically grew to the size they needed to be, so my feet are basically set at the size they're going to be. I can pout and complain about politics in another country, but if I don't live in that other country, I don't have a vote to influence that political system. So I'm being a little bit facetious here, but you can see the point that there are just some things that we're going to have absolutely no control over. So how does basketball come into this game? Well, I think of each of the 3 colors like hoops. Now you'll notice that the red is actually the biggest hoop. And that's because a lot of the stuff out there that people moan and complain about is largely or entirely out of their control. So if I have a client that is mentally dribbling a red basketball, they are complaining and they're upset about a problem that no matter how much they complain, how many letters they write, no matter what actions they take, they're not going to change the problem. What I just want to remind them to do is go set that red basketball down. You are never going to sink a 3-pointer or get a basket. That basketball is not going to go anywhere. Now, the middle category is our some control. So these are things, areas where we have influence. I'd use the word influence for the middle category. So do I want my husband to eat vegetables with me when I have vegetables at dinner? Yeah, it's great if he's on board with healthy eating. Do I have control over what he puts on his plate and what he puts in his mouth? I have some influence, but I don't have full control. So sometimes it's okay to spend a little bit of time in this category, like if I do things around the house, like set up a veggie bucket or order groceries for delivery to save some time and get some nutritious food to come middle of the work week when it's busy and I may be running low on supplies to make a healthy dinner. Amazing, I've got influence in those things. But where the magic really happens is inside the smallest green hoop. This is where we want to go looking for the green basketballs in our life and swish, swish, swish. We want to keep practicing 2 and 3 pointers point after point. So what are the things that we have total control over? Well, that would be ourself. So we get to control our thoughts. We get to control our resiliency and how we want to show up to hard situations. We can do things like protecting time in our schedule to maybe chop up a quick veggie bucket. We have control over our self-talk. So, oops, didn't make the best dinner choice. Whatever, toothbrush analogy. Next meal, next snack, I can get myself back on track. Maybe I am a parent with young kids at home and it is difficult to go to the gym like I used to be able to do. Well, can I put the kids on the back of the bike and go for a bike ride? Can I do wall squats while I'm waiting for something to heat up in the microwave? Can I lift my kid and use them as a bit of a fun weight and interact with them? So the thing that I really like to emphasize to my clients with this 3rd and final game is 1, it helps them recognize when they're complaining or stuck on something. And then all of a sudden when they think of what they're stuck on in terms of a color, they're like, Jen, you got me. Okay, that's red. And so now we're not going to waste time in our session debating things that are totally the color red. We can just set that problem down, and we can actually be a lot more effective if we start to look at green first colored problems. Where can we put our time, energy, and effort into making those things just a bit healthier? And then if there's some leftover time, or if it is a really important topic of concern, we'll look at some of those yellow basketballs. But just getting them to all of a sudden view their problems like basketballs that are different colors. And again, I'll cue them as a reminder, swish, swish, swish. So feel free to use this game, especially if you have a client that likes to play the victim and likes to go, poor me. I never want to be an enabler. I don't throw pity parties, but I really do pride myself on helping my clients get unstuck. And so we use the phrase, be curious, be kind, be honest. And definitely these three colors help people get curious, stay kind to themselves, but also be honest where they're maybe mentally hanging on to a red colored problem when they can really shift their focus and energy and go back to green. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it helpful. Now, if you've been enjoying LIFTOFF, you're going to love our Prosper Nutrition certification. As a reminder, go add your name to the waitlist, and that's going to unlock an incredible bunch of bonuses for you. You'll get immediate access to our social media starter pack, and that's going to help you attract some more nutrition clients to come work with you. And if you do end up joining the certification, you'll also get a second big bundle of bonuses. Get one-time special pricing, early access to sign up, and you'll also get our fully done for you 6-week nutrition kickstart that you can start to use immediately with your own clients. Everything you need is linked down below, and I hope you'll consider checking it out. Okay, on to the next video in the series.